Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast for 1 minute in the game, and of course boots have been bought, except for one fairy charm. Let's go over the teams quickly, shall we? Because I think something is going to happen, even though they're just stalemating it out for now. Funny. So we have a Twisted Fate on blue team. They actually switched lanes, didn't they? Yes indeed, red team is at the blue jungle and blue team is, well, somewhere at the red part of the jungle. But nothing is happening, even though it's already 1 minute 30 seconds. Anyway, quickly, we have Twisted Fate on blue team. We have a Singed, who is going top. We have Misfortune, who is going together with Nunu on the bottom. And we have a... Sorry there, I had to swallow. A Lee Sin, who is going to jungle and steal blue, probably. But at the same time, of course, we have Irelia top and the rest of red team who is stealing the Wraiths from Lee Sin. And probably red as well. So they know they're invading. Well, they know blue team is invading because, of course, Lee Sin would probably start with the red buff. So they know that Jarvan will need to save his smite. Maybe. We shall see. I can't even see the red creep now. But it is dead. He did use his smite. Lee Sin doesn't have smite. Huh. Now that I see it, he doesn't have smite. He does have blue though. So it might be a big issue here for blue team. Lee Sin only level 1, Jarvan level 2 of course has a very stronger gang. And flash away by Lux, I think she's going to die. First blood given to Lee Sin. Is he going to flash over the wall? No, he failed flash. He will not be able to safeguard. That's a red buff for Vayne. I mean a blue buff. And Jarvan going for the kill. Are they going to have everyone on the bottom lane? I think they will double kill for Lux. Jarvan barely surviving with an inch of his life. Holy cow. That's going to be an issue for Misfortune. Of course, Misfortune normally early on in the game a very strong champion. Vayne early on in the game normally has some issues. She has very short range, so it's easy to get harassed on, especially by Misfortune, who is very good at harassing. She can just bully you out with those double bullets and all that good stuff. So yeah, that was an interesting 3 minutes of the game. For now, it's been quieting down. Actually, Jarvan dying here, not too sure why. Oh, wolves. Be careful, mate. Be careful. You could die. So, interestingly enough, Lee Sin does not have smite. He did have ignite, making it so that he had first blood. Cool, that was awesome. However, it might be an issue later on in the game if they're going to fight for Dragon and Baron. That's another kill there. Oh, on the top lane. I thought it was going to be bottom. Let's go and check it out quickly. So we had Singed just being Singed, but you had an Irelia being a level ahead onto Singed. Of course, she has been being very aggressive, so Singed need to back off. Now it's going to take a lot of minion damage together with the Ignite. Flash in by Irelia to get the easy kill. Singed being a little bit too cocky there. Of course, Singed can be cocky, but not in the beginning of the game. In the beginning, you need to be certain that you can move up and be on top of your opponent. That way, yes, you can just troll like a mofo as Singed, but if you aren't ahead on your enemy opponent, then don't even bother. That's going to be a lot of minions wasted. Singed will not be able to farm those. He will be behind ever so much on the Irelia. Only level 2, Irelia level 4. Twisted Fate low on mana, I might say. Of course, he can throw down blue cards for as much as he likes. Katarina doesn't have mana, so that's pretty easy for her. She can just spam her abilities no matter what. Jarvan was going to gank, but instead decided nope, he's pushed way too much. Support Lux, who has Clairvoyance, which you don't tend to see too often. Now, on a support Lux, it is understandable. You can just Clairvoyance your enemy and then laser them from far away. Or even steal the dragon with it, which can be fairly important in this team composition of the blue team because they don't have smite. So Lux Laser might actually be able to steal a lot of creeps from Lee Sin if she hits level 6. Is going to dodge there. Now it's going to be Nunu, Lee Sin and Misfortune going in onto the Vayne. Was able to knock back Lee Sin and he was not able to hit Sonic Wave. At the same time, Singed got a kill onto Irelia, so let's check that one out as well. Even though Jarvan was there to help her. So we had Singed just prancing about being low health already. Is probably going to die, but he flinged Irelia immediately in the turret. She didn't back off fast enough because she thought, I need to stay for Jarvan. Jarvan will get the kill onto him. Jarvan was not in time, and Irelia was way too low anyway for her to tank the turret for such a long time. It's still too early on in the game. Now bottom lane again being aggressive onto Vayne. She needed to flash out, will survive. Lee Sin stuck around for a little bit longer, but now he will probably disappear. He's too low on health. Vayne is still in her lane. She had a health pot. She even has Vampiric Scepter, so she will be able to regenerate a bit of her HP no matter what. Jarvan returned top, trying to stop Singed from pushing the lane a little bit too hard. Singed agrees, and this is probably going to back. So that was exactly what Singed needed, by the way. He was so far behind on the Irelia, and because of that, he got a huge experience boost because he killed her. He soloed her even. Well, the tower did most of the job, but still. Was a bit greedy by Irelia. Red team is still 1000 gold ahead, and Jarvan is going to gank the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate's gold card has just disappeared, so he might be able to hit. Nice dodge by Twisted Fate. Will take a lot of pounding though. If he's able to get the gold card, I think... No! He wasn't able to hit. If he was able to hit... if he was able to hit Katarina with that gold card, she would have died. He would have survived. But she was level 6 and Twisted Fate wasn't. And that was actually the nail in the coffin. Even though the ultimate of Twisted Fate isn't that big of an issue in the lane, it is good for ganking. Now Jarvan going to try his bottom lane. Will Misfortune be able to dodge? And exhaust going down by Nunu. Dodging the standard there by Jarvan, but that was only Misfortune, and she was put in a situation where she will die. Now Jarvan is going to die. Very greedy indeed. Not too sure what he was trying. Red buff was not enough. Safeguarded by Lee Sin just to be sure, but it wasn't enough. That was too greedy. It's weird that Lux wasn't there, but it doesn't matter. They got the kill onto Misfortune. He should have backed off. Now he lost his red buff. Irelia again going to be aggressive onto Singed. She is not that far ahead onto Singed. Singed even has his ultimate, so I'm not even sure why Singed backed off. He could have killed her. Singed doesn't have flash. Irelia probably knows her flash is on cooldown as well, so he could go for the kill here. One fling and then just run. Run, Singed. Do not get hit. Just run. Will the poison be enough? I don't think he actually turned his poison on, to be honest. Now he did, but Twisted Fate will go in for the kill. So maybe Singed knew this would happen and waited for Twisted Fate to go in for the kill, giving an extra assist to his team because he didn't turn his poison on. Of course, I sometimes have it that I forget to turn my poison on, and that could have been dangerous for the Singed. But if it was, it actually worked out, so I don't mind. I don't mind. Lee Sin now going in onto Katarina. She is of course a very quick champion. Will be able to... Well, she dodged the Sonic Wave no matter what, so no issues there. There's a Jarvan there, not level 6 yet. Is going to ward, so he will spot Lee Sin immediately. Will immediately know when he does red. There's a double ward there, so they are going for the steal. Blue buff fairly important for a Twisted Fate. Of course, Katarina does not need blue, but this is a runaway town for Lee Sin. Is he able to land a Sonic Wave on the wolves? I don't know. He will be able to safeguard towards the Twisted Fate. Jarvan flashing after him. Katarina was stunned by a gold card, and Singed is now there to clear the enemies away. However, his allies are fairly low on both health and mana, so I don't know what they'll be able to do. Irelia is already approaching. Ultimate use there by Katarina, but a nice fling by Singed immediately interrupting this. Katarina, of course, not being able to do anything, will be able to get away. They are ignoring her for now. Jarvan getting killed by the Twisted Fate. Katarina now going in onto Twisted Fate. One more auto attack should kill her. That will be a kill. Now Irelia with the double kill? Probably so, because an Irelia is fairly quick. So, a double kill Irelia. Lee Sin got away, so it was 2 for 2, but I think this is going to be a blue that is going to disappear into the maw of Irelia. She can do it fairly quickly even. Impressive. Because Misfortune is a little bit behind onto the Vayne, she thinks I need golems, mate. Nunu's red buff has now evaporated, so it should be a normal lane now, even though Vayne is so far ahead onto Misfortune, it's not even funny. Sorry, I'm still laughing. So 2 levels ahead for Vayne. She has 3 kills, I think. Yes, she does. Hasn't been killed yet. And has about 64 minion kills, whereas Misfortune only has 50. So she has like a 4 kill lead onto Misfortune, which is pretty bad. Misfortune is a champion that needs to be ahead early on in the game, and it's easy to do so with Misfortune. But if it continues like this, Vayne is going to get into her end game rather quickly. Nunu needs to be careful there. Jarvan going to counter jungle. Is he going to jump over the wall with his standard? Yes, he will, and that's going to be Cataclysm and an easy kill for Katarina. Jarvan wasn't even interested. A very good combination there. There was no escape for Twisted Fate unless he used his gate, which was still on cooldown. No, it wasn't. Well, even then, it would have been hard. Well, it would seem someone had their bullet time. but it was already gone. Used it to farm even more quickly and prevent Vayne and Lux from doing damage on the tower. Nunu now has returned together with Lee Sin. There isn't a ward in that brush whatsoever, so if Miss Fortune is able to push this lane, I think they spotted Lee Sin though. Yes, they did. So now it's Vayne running away. Will they be able to hit the Sonic Wave? She's already at her tower, tumbling to safety. Katarina going in for the support. This could be dangerous. They have spotted Nunu. They have spotted Lee Sin running into this tri-bush, so she's going to have to wait. If they spot Lee Sin, she is going into it immediately and they will die. But for now, she thinks Lee Sin might still be in the tri-bush. I do not want to give away my cover. Now she thinks, well, he's already gone, and there he goes. So Katarina now going in from the sides, has been spotted by a ward. Nunu actually a bit too slow at running away there. Lux missing her binding, is going to cast her slow rather quickly. Laser going down onto Nunu. Is Vayne going to have enough damage here? And, well, tankiness is more appropriate to get this tower down, because the tower is just hitting her too hard. So, a good disengage there. Too bad Lux missed her binding, because that could have changed everything. Binding now hitting, but Katarina is long gone, so there's no point, really. Unless, of course, Vayne would be able to poke a little bit of damage onto her, but that won't happen. Sinch still a level behind onto Irelia. Of course, Irelia got a double kill around the blue buff here. Yeah, Twisted Fate trying to gank without the use of his ultimate. Not to show why. Well, the range of his ultimate isn't that big as of yet, but still, you can consider it important. His ganks are fairly strong. Oh, Lux binding, barely missing again. I was waiting for it. A pity indeed. Jarvan now spotted by ward as well, so good ward coverage overall by both teams for now. There aren't really that much wards as of yet. In tournaments you of course see way more wards, but this is of course solo ranked. Binding almost hitting the Miss Fortune again, but it won't work. Double Off wasn't even able to kill the other minion, which is a very bad sign for Miss Fortune. Normally you would just shoot double up and get 2 minions because of it, but now she's a bit behind, and it shows. Jarvan spotted here? I think he is, because Twisted Fate is being fairly scared, is very afraid of the cataclysm, even though now he has his flash. Well, not really yet. He's spotted by a ward though, so now he really needs to run away. He's going to throw the gold card down onto the Katarina, but it won't be enough. Flash in by Katarina, then with the Death Lotus will get the easy kill. At the same time, Nunu has died. Nunu now, oh my god, I have the good cataclysm now with Jarvan. And now Lee Sin going with an amazing Dragon Rage. Katarina, of course, able to shampoo onto him, but that will be a kill and probably a double kill. One more Sonic Wave will end this game. Lux binding hits, but the Sonic Wave as well. Lee Sin going to try and run away, but he was, of course, knocked back by the Lux. He was going to try and safeguard to this wall, but it didn't work. Nunu as well died to the Vayne. Holy moly, red team now with a 3k gold lead and about 300 gold as well. So 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, push. So yeah, let's look at the farm now that it has settled down a little bit. Well, he's playing Cinched, everybody. That's how you play Cinched. You get behind the enemy towers and you kill the minions even before they get to yours, so that your minions will destroy towers for you. Irelia waiting for Cinched. Nice ward there. It's Halloween, everybody. Well, it's not yet Halloween, but maybe once this movie gets up, it might be Halloween. I might actually do a Halloween special. I don't know. I don't know when this movie will get up. It would be funny if it's already half May. Then nothing that I said right about now made sense. Jarvan going to steal blue once more. Blue buff had not been given to Twisted Fate as of yet. They need to go for it now, because else Jarvan will just quickly steal it. Pink's going on to the bottom. Vayne nearly escaping death. Will need to use her clarity. I mean, not clarity. Well, never mind. Vayne got killed by Miss Fortune, and so will Lux. And then Cleanse. Finally! I found it out. Cleanse. Sorry for that. Blue buff has been stolen by Jarvan though, so that's good. Cinched is not going to go for them, so they easily stole it. Yep, a ward down, a little bit too late. This ward will be useless, I might say, because the blue buff is already gone, and once the blue buff has respawned, this ward will be no more. Unless, of course, the enemies decide to gank from this side of the jungle for eternity. Get flinked, girl. Jarvan now spotted by a ward. Lee Sin is going to go there to be a little bit protective. Gold card has not yet been locked. Flash away by the Twisted Fate is going to hit some wild cards onto Jarvan. Jarvan now running away. Singed is actually approaching as well. Fairly low on health though, but he might regen just a little bit with his Insanity Potion. Dragon Rage used by the Lee Sin onto Jarvan. Jarvan of course fairly tanky. He is going to do a lot of damage onto Twisted Fate. He will not survive. Gold card again used by Twisted Fate, but he will die as well. It's a pity that Singed was so low, or else that damage would have, that battle would have been way different. Now it's Misfortune going in, but that's a Death Lotus by Katarina that does not get interrupted. And that's going to be an easy kill for red team, an easy double kill I might say. 1 kill for Katarina, 1 kill for Irelia. Yeah, that's a little bit of lane domination here. Well, lane map domination more likely for red team, even though Lulu, I keep saying Lulu for apparently, well, why would I say that? Nunu, even though Nunu and Misfortune were there to support their teams, they did focus the wrong character there, and Katarina has so much burst potential in the mid game, it's not even funny. Jarvan needs to be careful there. He's going to use his smite and then run away. One more auto attack by the dragon and he would have died. So, nice. You survived. He is actually still continuing to do damage onto minions even though he's that low on health, and even though that's Twisted Fate going in, he doesn't have flash, is going to use a yellow card, but just at the time Katarina has already recalled and the wild card's barely hitting. Thanks to an amazing clairvoyance by Lux, it was fairly important that Jarvan saw the direction of the cards before they were shown here, because he wouldn't have been able to dodge them. I would think it would have been way harder. Let's talk about that. Lee Sin now going to be able to hit the Vayne for quite some time. Vayne of course cannot turn invisible for as long as Lee Sin is there. He's just able to show you with his Tempest. Well, and Sonic Wave also reveals targets. But so does Tempest, so that's why I mean you cannot turn invisible. Now Lee Sin going to show his red buff. Lux might be able to get acquired, but Katarina of course will just shampoo to his minions, to her minions, and just get away safely. Nice binding there by Lux, doing a lot of damage there as a support champion at least. Jarvan now wants to go in, but it's a 4... Now actually going to Cataclysm, but it's a Nunu. You do not want to Cataclysm a Nunu. He's going to get a brunt hit of every damage in the world, but Katarina now going for the Death Lotus. Is she going to get the Quadra kill? I think she will. You need to be fairly quick with a Katarina, especially casting, because oh man, you can shampoo so fast. Every time she gets a kill, all her cooldowns get, well, get put off cooldown, so you can just continue doing a lot of damage there, and that was amazing. Of course her ultimate remains on cooldown, it only gets reduced by a quarter or a half. Let's check it out. It's a passive actually, Veracity. Yes, the cooldowns get reduced by 15 seconds, which is mainly all of her basic attacks, her basic abilities get put off cooldown immediately, and her Death Lotus, well, 50 seconds is a lot, guys, so if she kills like 3 players, her Death Lotus is again off cooldown. Yes, which is fairly accurate. Whew! My, Katarina. You see a lot more Katarinas now since she's been revamped. I said this in the previous video, if I uploaded that one. Really love that skin. No longer available. A pity indeed. Ooh, this is going to be the best Irelia in the world. Singed actually could have played it out a little bit better, but now that Lee Sin is there, he is actually going to fling her to safety. Now Lee Sin going in, using the ward. No, not hitting the Tempest there, that's a pity. Is going to do a lot of damage onto... Singed should actually help him. Singed, come on! This is going to be real bad for the Twisted Fate getting the assist there, but Lee Sin will probably be a little bit pissed. Singed could actually do at least some poison damage onto her. Katarina doing a lot of damage onto Misfortune. Bouncing Blades must actually bounce over. Nunu could have been in a heap of trouble there. Because that's the worst supporting you could do. Supporting Katarina with her Bouncing Blades onto the Misfortune. She is going to hide, but she was spotted by the clairvoyance, so if Lux actually is able to get close, he might be able to laser her. Instead, she has more interest in farming creeps, which is fairly important because, of course, supporting for Lux is quite hard. You are a damaging champion overall. Alright, your binding is pretty awesome for the CC, which is good for supporting as well. As, for example, Leona has like 3 stuns. Katarina now going to show... Twisted Fate some moves. He already popped his gold card, so she couldn't use her ultimate per se. Hammer! Safeguard a little bit too late there, but it didn't matter. The damage wasn't enough yet, so that's why support Lux is a bit of a pity. Don't know why she used her binding there. She has perfect vision there. Maybe it's to show the enemies, to pretend that there is no ward there, because hey, she wouldn't throw a binding there if there's no ward. Oh my god, Misfortune in a heap of trouble. Katarina going to back off rather safely, knowing that Nunu was there, but I don't think Nunu was that big of an issue really for Katarina. Jarvan going to jump over the wall. Is he going to cataclysm? Singed he is. Too bad that Twisted Fate wasn't caught into the cataclysm. Now Irelia going to kill Nunu. Jarvan actually dying to the turret and Misfortune. Nunu now flashing away, gets hit by the blades. Oh my god, one more blade surge and Irelia will get the kill. I think she will. I think she will. She won't. Blood Boil is more than enough. No, Irelia, poor girl. She's now fairly low. Twisted Fate approaching. Twisted Fate needs to be careful there. And that's going to be a lot of damage there by Katarina. I will check her out. She is soloing 3 players for now. Is going to need to back off for Singed. Is very dangerous if you follow him. And that's Irelia. So I'm sorry that I checked out Irelia there in that fight, but I will check out the rest now. It's a bit... I didn't really know who to follow, because really... I love chasing, I love watching chase games. As here you saw Jarvan dying. Now the full blue team went on to Lux, probably getting her, so it's a chase at this corner as well. That's a double kill for Misfortune, and that's when, yeah, I actually didn't miss that much action, so it was actually more fun to watch Irelia trying to catch a Nunu. This is going to be very problematic for the Vayne, but she was able to cleanse away the Ignite dot, so that's why she survived. Double kill then for the... I think Sin should have chased her, to be honest. They have vision onto both the HP of Vayne and... Well, there was an Irelia close by, so maybe he didn't want to face Irelia. He is still, well, just taunting her for now. Vayne, of course, was able to regen a lot of HP thanks to her Bloodthirster. They are not going for her. Well, they are probably now. Irelia in a heap of trouble, but Twisted Fate was not interested. He wanted to go. Actually hits the wildcards onto Katarina. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. That I'm so stupid. Will she survive the potion dodge? Yes, she will. Oh my god. So yeah, I thought Twisted Fate was singed for some apparent reason, but Twisted Fate was able to just gate towards Katarina. Probably yellow caught her and then wild caught her to death. She didn't have that much HP left anyway. But you, girl, you didn't have any HP left either. And you were fairly lucky, I might say. You fucked your uncle yesterday. Sorry. It's been a while since I saw that movie, really. Misfortune and a little bit of issues here is going to dodge a laser. It's Nunu going to get hit by the laser. Jarvan actually already fairly tanky. He has a frozen mallet, so if he's able to get near to you, you will die. Well, you will not be able to escape, but more than likely Jarvan will not initiate unless his teammates are there. He's actually going to try and steal the Wraith. Well, it won't work because a nice pull there by Nunu. Look at my banner. It's bannerful. So, apparently blue team wants to do dragon. They are pinging the Baron as well. I don't think blue team has vision onto the Baron. No, they do not. So, quite an issue there. They do have vision onto the dragon, so they know red team is at dragon. So they won't be able to do Baron now. So Nunu can just ward Baron safely. No oracles in this game as of yet. Katarina, no, it's actually Irelia going in. Lux Laser going to do a lot of damage onto the enemies. Well, not that much considering, but oh my god, Jarvan going to Cataclysm. But there should be an absolute zero for Nunu, but instead he's running away. He should have done absolute zero. It would have been massive for the team. Instead, they are running away. If you are a support and you do not have oracles, then just go in. Go in. If he would have done absolute zero, it might have been even a double kill. It slows down your enemies, so they wouldn't have been able to reach Misfortune as fast as they did. Now Vayne with the red buff will be able to kite Singed for infinity, so he's backing off. Weird play there. Singed and Nunu should have been the one that were into that fight. Instead, they remained outside of it. And that was actually a pretty good engage for blue team. It was Irelia soloing them. They could have killed her before her team got there. Alright, Lux was able to hit her Finalis Funkeln, but come on. Not too sure why they were so scared. Okay, they know they're behind, so they shouldn't engage to begin with. But if you are engaged on, and it's such a close fight, then go in, please. Make it interesting for me, alright? Baron getting the pings on. No, it's actually Vayne getting the pings on. Very much thank you, Vayne. Thank you for showing me that Twisted Fate was trying to kill you, even though that's a silly idea. Twisted Fate shouldn't do such things. As Twisted Fate, it's fairly important that you are ahead on the enemy team, or else your full combo will not be able to get any kills done. Did I saw that correctly? Ionic Spark on Irelia, Nunu already disappearing, so Irelia is going to have a lot of attack speed and is going to do a lot of damage onto minion waves. And in teamfight she will be actually pretty harassy. If you don't kill her, she will do permanent damage onto everyone of your team if you're stacked together, which you probably will if you get cataclysmed by Jarvan. So it will be rather interesting to see how this develops into teamfights. Oh, Lux and Katarina destroying a ward with their own vision ward, so that's pretty awesome. But I don't think they'll be able to kill Baron with just the two of them. With Vayne they might have more success, but yeah, this is the guy I was talking about they really needed. They have Smite with him, they have a tank with him, so he'll be able to just tank Baron, smite him. Did he use Smite? He did, but he wasn't actually afraid that the enemy might steal it. Irelia now going in onto Twisted Fate, she will survive. That's a very quick kill onto Nunu. A very quick kill onto Nunu because I was looking at the bottom. Now going in onto the Misfortune. We'll get the kill onto her. And then actually Jarvan taking the kill onto Lee Sin. So that's pretty awesome. 1v2ing here. Irelia, will she succeed? She will get the Singed. Twisted Fate now going to kill her. But a knockback by the Vayne will make sure that Twisted Fate dies by her twice in less than 2 minutes. Oh, Jarvan needs to be careful there. Nice shield by Lux. And then of course Katarina tanking the lot. Jarvan now tanking again with his shield. And then another shield by Lux. So who needs minions, right? The entire enemy team has been killed. Now Nunu has returned. Nunu not really an issue. He can't really push minions unless he uses Absolute Zero, which we have seen in the past he doesn't like to use. Well, why use it onto minions really? You really need... No. What did I just say, Nunu? God damn it! I just told you not to use it on minions. You need to use it in team fights, mate. Well, the cooldown isn't that big. 85 seconds, and I think red team will back off now, buy items, and then do a final push, which will probably end this game. I don't actually see blue team getting on top of this, because... Right, end game I might prefer a Twisted Fate on a Katarina, but even then, I think the burst potential of a Katarina globally is far greater than a Twisted Fate. Poke, I choose Twisted Fate, more likely than not. The wild cards are awesome. If they do a lot of damage, they are truly a sight to behold. But really a fat Katarina like her now, I'd get her every day, all days. Twisted Fate is not even able to burst a single target down. Maybe if he would have Deathfire Grasp, which he does. So he's able to do about 30% of the HP of the enemies. Deathfire Grasp, of course, has been revamped. I actually wanted that item out of the game, but hey, some people like it and some champions actually need it. Twisted Fate probably needs Deathfire Grasp in order to do a lot of damage as ability power, and in the end, Deathfire Grasp does about the same damage as it used to do. It doesn't have cooldown reduction though. But for every 100 AP, you get like 5% extra. Yes, indeed, 5% extra on the... Oh, that's a grab onto Singed. Will they go in? Well, Vayne wanted to, but she will not. Oh my god, look at that damage Vayne is able to do onto Singed. Of course, the Laser of Lux is not that big of a threat. Now Irelia going in with the Ionic Spark and her ultimate. Jarvan going in, going Cataclysm all over the place, but Nunu was able to do a perfectly... Well, it didn't really matter now, did it? And this is going to be a kill, will it? No, it will not. So close. So close, so close. So that, I was going to say, that was a good Absolute Zero by Nunu, but at that team fight there wasn't really anything they could do. But he hit pretty much everyone with it, and slowed everyone, and that's Twisted Fate just surrendering. I raise up my hands and I surrender. 'Cause my turret ain't strong and my nexus is gone. Without you, all I'm going to do is lose. So there you have it, guys. That was a fun game. It's a GG for red team. They did great. They did everything according to the book. If you want to find the book, look in a drawer. There might be one there. So, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Bye.